Ladies and gentlemen, Wildwood Tuesday has returned. It is I, Gregory Cockery, here with our Brent Mason Telemason Stories Collection Fender Musical Instrument. Wow, did you hear that? It's a song. It's a song about the Brent Mason. A song about the Brent Mason guitar. Let me just share this with some friends. You know I like to share. I'm a sharing son of a gun. Like Fred Rogers that way. He was a sharer. He kind of invited you into his neighborhood. I'm inviting you into my neighborhood. So there's some similarities there. Won't you be, please won't you be, please won't you be my gristle neighbor. I'll be back when the gristle's new, and I will have more schwiddly schwoidles for you. And we'll have guitars we'll want to talk about. I will too. Wow! I could tell already it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day on Wildwood Live. Wildwood Live. Wildwood Live. It's going to be a great day on Wildwood Live. Wow, I'm getting into it. Feeling it. I'm going to share this with the Greg Koch Gristle Kingdom. Okay, there I've gone and I've shared it. Now I am just going to look at this beautiful instrument. This is a Brent Mason original. So this is not the custom shop version. That one is very, very expensive. This one is what they're calling the American Original Collection, I believe. Let's take a look, see what it says here. Stories Collection. Sorry about that. Stories Collection, not the original collection. I got my collections. Fender has so many collections of guitars. It's hard to keep on top of it. Crazy trade. Stories Collection, Brent Mason Telecaster, with recording credits stretching across 5 decades. Brent Mason, of course, is a guitar playing fiend of unparalleled savagery and a hell of a nice fella, I might add. I had fun hanging out with him at the last Woodshed Guitar Experience that Andy Wood put together. We're going to do it again this August. Make sure you go to Wildwood. I got my sheds mixed up. Woodshed Guitar Experience if you want to attend this year. But he's on all that old Alan Jackson stuff, Brooks and Dunn, George Jones, Dolly Parton, Blake Shelton, Shania Twain, yada, yada, yada. This guitar is the Fender Stories Collection Brent Mason's Telecaster. Primer gray. I love this color. Almost matches my shirt that says, "Don't sass the squatch." Good advice. This one is, well, actually it says 10 pounds. Yeah, I suppose with the B-bender it is. 67 oval C neck, quarter sawn maple. 7 1/4 inch radius, so old school radius. But 21 vintage tall frets. So there you have it. Taller frets on a vintage radius neck. Now the pickups are interesting, folks. You got a Seymour Duncan vintage stack in the bridge, a Seymour Duncan hot stack Strat in the middle, and one Seymour Duncan vintage mini humbucker in the neck. You got 2 volumes, a tone, and a 3-way selector. The push-pull tone knob that turns the middle pickup on and off. It has Spurzl locking tuners on it, and it does have the 6-saddle bridge with Glazer bender system. I did not get the B-bender ready to go because it comes with some hardware that I had to take out and put it together, and I didn't want to defile someone's guitar that's not mine. Plus, B-benders are wicked. They hurt my back. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that right now. But it's located on the back here, folks, right here. And for those who don't know what a B-bender does, when you go down on the straps, you put a special strap lock on there, and it goes, boidle. Well, I have an old Parsons White B-bender, which is attached to the upper strap lock thingamabobby, strap button. And you go like this, and there's a little mechanism that allows you to take that B string and go up a whole step. This one is attached here, and so when you go down on the special strap locky thing that's included in your little bag of goodies from Fender, this allows you to strudel, go up a whole step with that. So this would be like, whoa. like about it, when you have that middle pickup in there, you can go off a skosh on the volume and you hear where the tone changes a little bit. It's still bridge pickup with just a little bit of that neck or middle pickup in there, and it's a cool tone. It sounds good. Here's full, both pickups. If I go back on that, you can hear how it fattens up a little bit more. It's bridge pickup all by itself. Yep, that sneaky middle position I dig quite a bit. That neck pickup is juicy. Am I right or am I right? It sounds good. Yes, the extra knob is the volume control for the middle pickup. Or extra gristle, depending on how you want to look at it. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right or am I right? Yeah, the string tree is different. I don't know why they put that there. Maybe that has something to do with the B-bender, but they got to have it there for a reason. They got to have it there for a reason. Or else it would be historical treason. Am I right or am I right? Howie it. Am I right or am I right? Wow, I'm out of my mind. That's all right. Good for you. Got a little heat. This is the brand new Brent Mason signature model, but this is the Stories collection, so it's not the custom shop version. It's the American-made one that's not as much money. I do love the color, right? The color is beautiful. Matches my shirt. And again, this middle controller. Ooh, you hear that? Woo! Oh yeah, see it. Just adding in that middle pickup. Man, I'll tell you what, it sounds good. I like it. you're digging, digging, digging this guitar. So again, it's the Brent Mason Stories Collection Edition guitar. 3 pickups are all Seymour Duncans. Seymour Duncan stack in the back. Strat hot stack in the middle. And a vintage mini humbucker over here. Johnny Winner. Woo! I like it. Middle pickup back just a hair and you get this other sound. It's cool. Sounds good. Oh, there we go. The volumes are interesting. The middle volume turns is because the control for the middle pickup. And then there's a push-pull on the tone control to allow you to kick in that middle pickup where you want. But it sounds damn good, am I right? Sounds good. Tone is damn delicious. That's all I'm going to say. It's a damn delicious tune. A mini humbucker of doom and destruction. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Well, you dig it. Have I played a Murphy Lab Les Paul yet? Yes, I have, and they have crushed my soul. They have crushed my soul with their wanton delightfulness. I used to have a flock of sea-doos hair. No, I never did. I never had a flock of seagulls haircut. You know what? I am going to give you the lowdown on this guitar again. It is, because somebody asked the body weight. It is an ash body. Ash body, quarter sawn maple neck. 67 oval C is the neck shape, folks. Someone asked about the neck shape. What's interesting about it is it's got a vintage neck radius of 7 1/4, but it's got the vintage tall frets. Bone nut. And of course the Seymour Duncan vintage stack in the bridge, Seymour Duncan hot stack in the middle position, hot stack Strat pickup, and a Seymour Duncan vintage mini humbucker in the neck position. There you have it. It has that string bender on it. And of course the color is primer gray. I think it looks magnificent. It almost looks bluish gray, doesn't it? It almost matches my Don't Sass the Squat shirt. Don't sass the squat. Can you dig it? Quarter sawn maple neck for the win, Matty K. For the win. And again, this is the Fender Stories Collection Brent Mason Telecaster, as opposed to the custom shop version. Custom shop version obviously is a bit more pricey. This one is goes for $24.99. $24.99 with the Glazer bender on it. I didn't hook up the bender because it has a nice little kit that you put with yours. I didn't want to mess with it. And I will say that B-benders mess with my back. I am fluid in B-bender. I will say that. If you've ever listened to the Grip record, you will hear me unleashing on the B-bender. Also, there's a YouTube video that was from Muriel Anderson's All-Star Guitar Night one time, where I did a B-bender brief little tutorial before I launched into Spank It. Probably 10s on here, I would say. Corey asks the following. Hey, Greg. Present company excluded. Are there been signature artist models that you really jived with? And I go back and watch your Tiki Bird Easton. Yeah, that was a cool guitar. I like all kinds of, well, let's just be honest. I like guitars. I mean, I'm not one of these guys like, oh, I don't like this and I don't. Not that I'm saying that there are people like that and that I'm judging them by using my voice that way, but it kind of sounded like I was, so I want to apologize. I like most guitars, but I had my Greg Martin Collector's Choice Les Paul. I enjoyed that quite a bit. You know what, folks? I'm going to tell you a little story. I have a weakness for the early, although I like the recent ones, but there's something about the lace sensor versions of the early Clapton Strats. I like the clean sound. I don't like so much when he, gets all kind of, when he turns it. But you can mess with that preamp and dial in some pretty wicked tones without turning that thing all the way up. But just by having it on, the clean sound does this thing where you can get like that first Clapton record kind of weird sound where it sounds like he's almost like playing direct and it has this bright thing that happens, that quacky thing. I love them. And I've been looking for one again. I had a black one years ago and I used it on the Defenestrator record actually. The original version of Absinthe, I'm actually using a Clapton Strat on that. Little known fact, ladies and gentlemen. And then I sold it for whatever reason, as you do. And then years later, I found a green one. It was a weird story. I went into my local music store here, and they had a green Clapton Strat with lace sensors. I'm like, here it is. I'm buying it. So I purchased it for a very reasonable sum. And then they called me back up because I'm buddies with the guys at the store, and they said, listen, there's a guy that wanted to buy that guitar from Illinois, and we were supposed to put it aside from him. We didn't. Would you mind? And of course I said, if this guy needs to have it, he needs to have it. So I surrendered the green morsel. And I have not purchased one since. But I've kind of been, unbeknownst to, not that I hide anything. Anyways, folks, I've been online looking for a lace sensor fueled old, like late 80s, early 90s Clapton Strat. So to answer your question about signature guitars. I do. I love that Jimmy Page, the Mexican telly with the dragon on it. Love it. I'm just afraid that if I get it, my house is going to be haunted because of his dabblings into paranormal, metaphysical deviance. That maybe there's some kind of tangential bad vibes that might be present in the mirror. The secret mirror. On the other side of the mirrored Telecaster, there exists Agents of the Beast. I'm just kidding. What? Own a Paul Reed Smith. Which model? I had a Paul Reed Smith. It was a bolt-on back in the day, but nice flame maple top, bolt-on neck with the two humbuckers and the 5-way switch. I like that guitar quite a bit. And I don't know why I got rid of that either. I used it on a bunch of stuff. Did a bunch of recording on it. But like everything, they come and they go. I've got a hankering for a David Grissom, but I just haven't gotten around to it. There's only so many guitars that you can get a hold of. Mark Knopfler signature Strat. I never played one of those, Dave. I don't think I recall ever playing one. You know what I got the other? There's a Robert Cray Strat because those are hardtails. I got a hankering for one of those too. PRS Silver Skies are nice. That is a nice guitar. I will tell you that I was prepared to be underwhelmed just because, like everybody else, you're like, why? And then you play it and you're like, this is a fantastic guitar. They sound magnificent. I will tell you that. I will tell you. Do you know people who always use that phrase? I don't really use it that often. That's why I had to remark it. I've got a friend of mine. I will tell you, Greg. I will tell you that, and then insert statement A, B, or C. You sold your Jimmy Page telly, says Tom Essler. That's all he's going to say. Perhaps there were some bad vibes as a result. You never knew. McGarris, what's going on in theirs? McGarris. To be fair, I've put my Strat down for a Sir Pro Classic, and I'm not going back in the foreseeable future. Check them out. I do like the Sir guitars. They're very, very nice. Very, very nice guitars. Although my buddy Jim Lubat has lent me his immaculate 58 Strat, and it's got the little frets, the original. I mean, it's the whole thing, and it sounds unbelievable. It takes a second to readjust to the old frets and the old radius, but once you do, it's amazing how some vibratos work better on that old format. Can you dig it? Christine says, I just bought a Casino Gold Gretsch Penguin. Congratulations. An excellent choice, I might add. I like what you're saying here, Pete Brown. The mirrored JP telly causes dazed and confusing vibes. Yes. I bought a Brent Mason, my favorite studio guitarist. He is a magnificent guitarist in general. For an impractical guitar with humbuckers, should I go with a V or an Explorer? You know, Will, I have played both reissues, and I've had an opportunity to play, and they were both magnificent. I guess I'd be more of a Wiesman because of Albert King and Lonnie Mack and company, and Hendrix. Someone's asking about my tune Soul Stroll. Mark is. Oh, yes, that's a... Let's tune up the new KMT record, Koch Marshall Trio. And if you don't have, you can get it. It's called From the Upna. Matter of fact, it'd be helpful in general, ladies and gentlemen, if you would subscribe to us on Spotify and the various incarnations of GK Enterprises, because that matters to people who book you and so on. Buddy Guy Strat with lace sensors. Yeah, but the Buddy Guy Strat has an amazing, it's even more output than Clapton's a 24 dB boost. I think the Buddy Guy one's even more than that, if I'm not mistaken. It's crazy. From the Upna, that's it. What do I think of the Murphy Lab Gibsons? I love them, Paul. I got to tell you, I've got a thing for the, well, prior to the Murphy Lab stuff coming out, of course, Wildwood does Wildwood spec Murphy aged and painted Les Pauls, and they have been tempting my soul for quite some time. They're not inexpensive, but they're worth it. They play and sound ridiculous, and I'm a fan. The reverb is coming from my signature Koch amp here, this blue amp right here. As a matter of fact, Wildwood's getting in some black Tolex versions of my amp and red versions, but the reverb is on board there. It sounds delicious. Right? Obelisk asks, if you can play at your level, how does a cheap guitar impact your playing? I've had quite a few new guitars and wonder how much a difference there is. Bless your heart. I'm going to be honest with you. Guitars, the price is inconsequential. Well, I'll give you an example. I bought that gold 60th anniversary Strat, which is a Mexican-made guitar. It's gold. And I looked at it, I was like, I love gold guitars. And I remember when they came out and I wanted to get one because they're not very much money. And I got it. That guitar sounds great. You know, it's one of those things, you know, guitars are meant to inspire. So sometimes, you know, is an expensive guitar going to inspire you? Hell yeah. Not all the time, but most of the time you get a really cool, all the best woods, pickups, maker, the whole 9 yards. You start playing and you're like, yeah, but sometimes you get a cool thing that's less money, but there's something about it that does it for you. So you can yank the tones out of pretty much it. I've used different things on records where people are like, are you using, and I'm like, no, I'm actually using this. And they're like, what? So it just depends on what inspires you in the moment, but it can be inexpensive. But of course, as I like to say, 99% is in your hands, but that 1% can get pretty damn expensive. Can you dig it? Yes, Jack Pearson does play with the Squire, and it sounds magnificent. So there you go. Here's a lot of time what happens with gear is that what you don't know sometimes is better for you. What do I mean by that? Well, if you have, let's just say like a Mexican Strat, you love it. Sounds great. You enjoy it immensely. Excellent. One day you're going to sit down and play an American Strat. You might go, well, of a certain kind. Let's say American Original or Ventair or whatever. Ventairs, I think, are whatever. American iteration. And you might be like, oh, this sounds a little better to me. Or you might not. You might go, oh, I like my Mexican better. But then you play a custom shop. And you're like, oh, Jesus. Now I know why people are spending all this money. And so maybe you ditch your Mexican or whatever Strat, and then you save up and you get a custom shop guitar. And then one day you're at somebody's house and they've got a 58 Strat, like the one I have over here, and you hear that and you're like, oh. And next thing you know, you're harvesting kidneys because you want to get that. So it's all relative, depending on how many organs, superfluous organs you have. Can you dig it? Yes, Timothy, I've been playing this thing for a while, and I'm actually taking a moment to speak, but I'll give a little rundown. These three knobs here, this is the volume, master volume. This is the volume for the middle pickup, and this is the overall tone control. And this tone control is a push-pull pot that turns the middle pickup on and off. And you've got a Seymour Duncan vintage stack in the bridge, a vintage hot stack Strat pickup in the middle, and this particular pickup is a vintage mini humbucker. See, I like backing off on the volume of that middle pickup just a little bit, and it changes the sound. Hear that? Just a little bit. So it's in there a bit, but it adds a little bit of... And it's got the B bender on it, but I don't have it hooked up. But you get the idea. Chicken foot. Hey, Jeff Peaver out there, Jeffrey Peaver, what's going down? Play Daddy Longlegs. Oh. That little heat to this rascal, it sounds good. What's going on? Funk 49 is a good one, isn't it? It's good for the kids. Doom baka chicka boom bang there. A ricky there. Hoidle baka chicka baking goidle. Bam badaka shika bonnel da babiddle diddle doidle diddle de bondo. There's a little squealing going on from the neck pickup, but that might be proximity. I think it might have something to do with the middle volume. For some reason, these volumes are interactive, and I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But play some steel licks. Oh. A little far field there when I hit that B bender. I hit the B bender. I didn't hook up the B bender, folks, because it had extra accessories. I didn't want to defile someone's stuff. I didn't want to defile someone's stuff that'll be receiving this instrument, the end user. I didn't want to defile your treat pack. That sounded weird. Ladies and gentlemen, don't fear the treat pack. Case candy, treat pack, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Can you ding it? Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Fetch me a bucket. I think I will. We're slipperfoot these days. Actually, I got some fancy shoes on today with some bacon and eggs and toast socks, people. Behold my funky shoes and socks, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Come on now. Come back to me, Mr. B-String, and sing the songs of the night. Sing the songs of the night, Mr. B-String. I think it's a good idea. A lot of people don't understand that kind of simple talk. Bacon foot. Woo! How much does this sucker weigh? This is about 10 pounds of glory. Ooh, go get him, Jeffrey Peavar. Nice to see you virtually. We'll see you later. How's losing the quarantine ton going? It's going pretty good, thank you. I'm down 20 some odd pounds. 20 some odd pounds. I got the shoulder going. Walking tall, feeling proud. See you later, Jeffrey. Have a good one. Make that rock and roll howl in the Oregon night. Oregon night. Oh, in the Oregon night. Let that be a lesson to all. Adam Baum is in the house. Look out. Oh, West Coast Blues. That was a little West Coast Blues, wasn't it? Can you dig it? Mini humbucker, yes. So this is, again, for those just tuning in. For those just tuning in, this is the Stories Collection Brent Mason Telecaster with his setup of his #1 telly from back in the day. And you got that Seymour Duncan stacked bridge pickup. Seymour Duncan stacked, hot stacked Strat pickup in the middle. Seymour Duncan mini humbucker. 3 controls here. This is a tone control with a push-pull that turns the middle pickup on and off. This is a volume for that middle pickup. And then the master volume. And what's really cool, I found, ladies and gentlemen, is when you're in the bridge position and you add in the full middle pickup, but go back just a hair. It does this thing that sounds. Right about there, yeah. Yeah. Cuckoo. Folks, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We've had a festive time today here on Wildwood Live with this Brent Mason Gandalf the Grey Telecaster. I like it. This one available at Wildwood Guitars. There's a link up above, and again, it's got the B bender on the back, Rooney. Is that the Phase 90 Custom? No, Billy, it is actually the Phase 95 that I have on the 45 setting, which is my favorite to get that. Yes, and this is a Waka Waka pedal made by my buddy Tim Yarnig. Mix that up with the F up pedal. Can you dig it? Yeah. There's a lady who's sure all that smells is manure, and she's buying a stairway to a Schwabenon. Wisconsin, that is. When she gets there, she's sure that it was indeed manure, and she wants to get the hell out of a Schwabenon. Ooh, no one likes the smell of poo, so she's getting the hell out of a Schwabenon. Oh, that was a disparaging thing about a Schwabenon, Wisconsin. Woo! Wow! That's a song called Schwabenon. Ladies and gentlemen, I've lost my mind. Didn't have much to lose. I've lost my mind. I didn't have much to lose. But now it's gone. Whatever I had is gone. It's going down the drain. My mind is gone. Holy crap! Ooh, sensitive. Sensitive, 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 sensitive. Trey says music store personnel confused about engaging stairway policy. Exactly. They don't know what's going on there. Wow, for the kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, folks. Well, listen, I'm going to be back on Thursday. And I'll tell you what, good times today here with old Brent Mason Telecaster. I'm doing a thing with Brent again this summer. At at the Woodshed Guitar Experience with the mighty Andy Wood and company. Robin Ford's going to be there as well, from what I understand. And of course, mighty Andy Timmons, mighty Mark Lettieri. It's going to be good times. Don't ship FedEx, Greg. You know what? I'm a UPS man. I'm a UPS man. KMT on Saturday. No, Stefan, sorry. It's going to be not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. I am doing with Dylan Together thing, together.co on Saturday night at 5 p.m. Yeah. Can you dig it? Dairyland Blues. That's it. Thank you, Chris Starr. Very nice to say. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you on Thursday. Same time, same place. And remember, don't sass the Squatch unless the guitar matches. Then you can sass all you want. All right, folks. See you later.